Hello everybody and welcome back to Grand Bazaar. It is our first bazaar day of the winter season. I have lots ready to sell. I have a feeling it's going to be a really good, really productive day. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I have so much to talk about and just not a lot of time in our bazaar video because they're already so long. But I'm just gonna do my best here. Obviously going to take care of the animals here first before we head off. And as per usual, I did my best to sort out my inventory beforehand. So I am going to throw a couple of extra things in there. And I have to make a few stops along the way as well. I'm also going to probably do a little bit more cooking before I head off, because I can get myself some more steamed mushrooms. I can make myself some pudding to sell. But otherwise, I'm feeling pretty good. Grab some pudding, put that in there. My other cow really needs to crow up soon because the milk to egg ratio is so uneven right now. I'm going to bring along some salads, not to sell, but I'm going to gift wrap these for Sherry. And I still have some space here, so let's bring along some sea urchins because they're starting to go bad. We've got some yogurt to sell. We also have some walnuts. And other than that, I think I can probably leave everything else behind here because my inventory is now completely full and I still have a few things to go ahead and grab as I make my way to the bazaar. I've got some more yogurt that is in my windmill. I've left this yogurt here forever and it doesn't seem to degrade in freshness at all. I kind of am tempted just to leave it in there for like an entire season or just a really long period of time to see if that's almost like a fridge that never lets things spoil, because that would be amazing. Even grabbing some coins, which is a bonus. And it looks like we're gonna make it to the bazaar on time. It even gives me time to come over and swing by our windmill. So I've got a few additional things to sell if I want to put them in my inventory. But I think what I'm going to do is just bring along the purple necklaces. We'll leave our wool and our bracelet for next time, just to sort of help us pad our income a little bit. Those necklaces are definitely the piece of jewelry that sells for the most amount of money, and that is going to help us really just get an additional bit of money today. So we still have to wait a few minutes before the bazaar opens. So I am, of course, going to focus on getting rid of my food, all of my sort of fresh stuff here. things that degrade. All of these things are also taking up space in my inventory, so we want to get rid of them so that we can maintain our inventory space. These curry dumplings come from snowballs. They're just a unique food item that can be found in fall. So I brought a couple of those along, my sea urchins from when I was fishing. I also have the lavender tea can that I won from our last Bazaar result. I also brought along my material stone and my lumber just for a little bit of variety, some coins, as well as some of my more expensive bugs. And then as you can see, this necklace is worth almost $40,000 a piece. They are worth a lot of money, and we only had to spend about $12,000 per necklace to actually make these when we bought the silver. So they are very, very profitable. And then of course I am also going to put out some seeds, because I do find that that particular strategy works very, very well. It's very rare that we're here for the Bazaar actually opening, so that's cool. Hopefully that helps us. Although it usually tends to take a little while to actually get customers going. But I do find that putting out some seeds really helps, just because then they're there for people to sort of buy in and amongst the other items. And they're worth quite a bit of money, so having them out early increases your chances that people will buy them. So far, we have done pretty well. I'm very happy. It's been less than an hour and we've made $6,000. I can't complain about that. And we've actually gotten rid of some stuff too, which is excellent. It actually probably is not going to take us very long at all to get rid of most of the items that I actually brought before we're depending on our seeds and falling back on our necklaces, or so we hope. I really would love to get rid of my yams here because they're probably not going to last much longer in my storage. They've been kicking around in there for quite some time, so I will lose money on those if they continue to sit. And depending on how people shop today, if I could close up a little bit early, that would be fantastic, because there's new items to talk about now that it's a new season. Our shopkeepers have changed their inventory a little bit. And wow, we are 2 hours in and finally somebody has decided to talk to us. So we'll see if we get the Best Customer Service Award. We won't be getting it if these customers stay quiet. Only in a video game would I be wanting customers to talk to me. But yeah, I mean, this is incredible, really. Aside from my yams and my sea urchins, I've gotten rid of all the fresh stuff that I brought. We still have tons of time in the day. So maybe actually being here on time is worth it. Just that little bit of extra time maybe made a bit of a difference here. Oh, Grandpa, yes, you can talk to me. Yes, please. Oh my god, if he's gonna buy an entire bag of seeds from me, that is incredible. Oh, Grandpa, you are amazing. We just sold a whole stack of yam seeds and made a huge amount of money. Wow, okay. I could not be happier. This so far is more successful than I was thinking. I knew that we were going to make a decent amount of money at the bazaar today just because we got a decent amount of stuff. We're at a point now where we can make a decent profit without really putting much effort into it because we've got a lot of really nice variety. But I wasn't sure how fast things were gonna sell. It's always just a chance thing. You never know. It depends on the customers and what questions they ask you and so on and so forth. But Grandpa showing up is always a good thing. So we'll try and sell some more seeds. I guess at this point I can probably put out some of my material stone as well, or my lumber, just to get a bit of variety going. Would you happen to know where the mayor is? He is up and to the left, over by the animal shop. So Amir, I think, is actually the only villager who will stop by and say hello and ask us questions in the winter season. You'll see the twins and Quad shopping at the bazaar, but they won't come up and talk to you. He wants this baked yam for free, and you know what? I'm having a fantastic day, buddy, so you go ahead and have that free yam. It's on the house. I don't want to scare him away before he really shops. As we learned with Angelo, if you piss off the NPCs, they actually will just take off and not stick around. And Amir's a prince, so he probably has a decent amount of money. And hopefully he will buy a few things from our stall here. Even without the necklaces to give us that little bit of extra income, we are almost at $80,000 at this point. I'm gonna wait sort of right up until the last few hours to put out the necklaces. It'd be nice to sort of get rid of some of this other stuff first. Because honestly, for what I'm buying today, I don't even really need to sell those necklaces. They're just that extra little bit of profit. I do plan on spending quite a bit of money in the wintertime, so it's nice just to have that money in my pocket. And that's kind of slowing down a little bit here. We've got people, but they're not too interested in what it is that we're selling. Which is fair. We don't really have anything fresh. A lot of seeds. I will give you these pepper seeds for half price because why not? look at this. We only have not even a full page worth of inventory left. So that is amazing. We've only got one grass seed left. Tons and tons and tons of yam and pepper seeds though. But those are all going to take an enormous amount of time to get rid of, unless we expand our bazaar stall and make it a lot bigger in order to sell more items. We are going to be holding on to these seed bags for quite a while. It's 4 o'clock and I could honestly probably call it quits at this point. Simply because I don't need to be here. I have gotten amazing results. I sold way more than I thought I would have. Grandpa really came and saved the day by helping me get rid of an enormous amount of seeds, which was incredibly helpful. We sold those necklaces. I'm down to 1 page worth of inventory. I got rid of all my fresh stuff. I am extremely happy. This by far has got to be our best bazaar day. I can't think of another bazaar day that's really come close to this. I know that we've surpassed the $100,000 mark of sales, but we have just absolutely crushed it. So at this point we only have seeds, which you can see people don't seem to be super interested in if that's all that we have, which kind of makes me wonder, how does Raul make money? Does he have something that I don't have? I don't know. $5:30 now. I'm just gonna let these last couple of customers buy some things. It looks like interest is dropping off. So I'm gonna close my stand now. $175,000 is absolutely incredible. And I've got a few things to buy today, but honestly, it's not gonna make that much of a dent. So yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go to Felix's store first. I'm going to buy the stethoscope from him. This is the final tool that he'll have before you get pets. After you get pets, you'll have a few more things to sell, but this is the final tool for our barn animals. This will allow us to find out how our animals are doing, and it also helps us gain additional affection with our chickens. Interacting with your chickens while you have the stethoscope is kind of the equivalent of brushing your barn animals. So it's a handy little tool to have. I'll go ahead and drop 4,000 bucks on that. You can see that Felix also has the skateboard for sale. He did kind of talk about this when he dropped off our snowboard, but I am not going to buy this because it's just a waste. I do not see the point. So he can keep it. I don't want it, but it is here. And I'm going to have to spend some additional money this month on chocolate every time I come to the bazaar to use as gifts, because gifts are very, very slim in the wintertime. And chocolate is a good gift for every single one of our bachelorettes, with the exception of Sherry. And chocolate also makes a really good gift for Amir and Angelo if you're playing as a female character. So this is a nice versatile option for the wintertime for gift giving. It might not be viable for you if you don't have a lot of extra money, but obviously I do. It's not a problem to drop 200 bucks a bar. It is a little bit extravagant, but I really want to make sure that we keep up with gift giving, that we keep up with our heart events, and that we kind of prepare ourselves for marriage as we head into year 2. Next thing on my list is to stop in at Enrique's, and we're finally going to buy ourselves a pet. So we have 4 chickens in the barn, which means that we have access to cats. Now there are different colors of cats, and if you don't like the color that he has to offer, you'll have to wait for the following week in order to get a different colored cat. I'm not super picky. I'm going to just purchase this beautiful white cat for $10,000, and I'm going to name it after one of my own cats, even though she's a black and white cat. She's more white than black, so I still feel like it's a fitting name. And we will also get access to a dog if we have 4 barn animals, and we're only off by 1 because we have 2 cows and 1 sheep. So I'm going to buy a second sheep today. We'll make it even. We'll have 2 of each. And that will allow us to buy ourselves a dog next week. So we just went and dropped quite a bit of money, and yet our wallet is still packed. So over at Chen's stall, just if you're curious, you can see that he has asparagus seeds for sale, which can be grown in the springtime. We don't have a way to grow these at this point in time. And then also keep a lookout for things that he's selling for cooking. He will still sell those items to us throughout the wintertime. Raul has 1 type of seed for each season available. He has potatoes for spring, tomatoes for summer, and yams for fall. But again, we can't grow any of these things, but just something to keep in mind. Just thought I would show off his inventory so you can see what it is that he does have. And Lloyd is not selling any silver this time around, which is a little bit of a shame. I would have probably bought more so that I could keep them to make more jewelry further on down the line. However, I do have 1 piece in my storage, I believe, as well as 1 piece of gold. So hopefully I'll be able to make some more jewelry in the near future. And I'm going to skip ores for upgrading my equipment for now because I just don't think I need it at this point in time. But it's something I may get the next time we come. As for the things that I actually want to buy, the 2 things that I want to spend money on, I want to talk to Wilbur to increase my storage capacity. We'll go ahead and pay him 40 grand for that. And then we're going to come over to Gannon's and we are going to drop 60 grand to have him upgrade our storage so that our items last a little bit longer. So spend $100,000 on upgrading our storage, and we are still left with just under $60,000. The only other thing that I would spend some money on today is wrapping my gifts. But I don't have the patience to sit here and wrap all of my presents because I have already done that when I played the Bazaar for myself on my other file that I'm currently ahead on. I sat here and I wrapped every single salad for Sherry, and I wrapped every single piece of chocolate in either red or blue paper for Antoinette, Sherry, and Daisy. It would take me forever to sit here and do it, and you guys get the idea. I've done gift wrapping before, you know how it works. And if we look at the cost of gift wrapping, I would probably be adding another 6 or 7 grand to my total if I were to wrap every single one of these items, which is extravagant still. It's a lot of money to drop on gifts, but I can afford it, and I still have a boatload of money that I will be taking home with me today. It is Antoinette's birthday on Saturday, by the way, so if you don't have the patience to gift wrap all your gifts for everybody, I would at the very least make sure that you have a nice gift wrapped present for Antoinette. And since I still have time at the Bazaar today, one of the other things I'm going to point out is that Wilbur has one more upgrade for an additional field. And if you were to do this, buy the final field upgrade, drop the 100 grand that this costs, you will be able to grow crops in the wintertime. So that is something to keep in mind. And I could have done that instead of my storage upgrade if I had wanted to. And if you're doing kind of like a speed run, or you're trying to be as efficient as possible, then I would probably buy the field upgrade during this first Bazaar in the winter. But I'm actually having a lot of fun in the winter so far. It's nice to be able just to like fish and do some other activities. I'm not too worried about it. I probably will buy it next time, just so that we have it and I can talk about it a little bit. But I'm honestly not really in a hurry to grow things in the wintertime. It's just nice to have a little bit of a break. So there you have it. That was everything and more. Everything that I wanted to buy. I made more money than I thought I was going to. I've got lots and lots of money in my wallet. Easy breezy, no stress. Sure wish it was that easy in real life. And then before we can look at our Bazaar results, we're gonna have lots and lots of visitors this morning. Enrique's gonna come over with our animal and our pet. I'm gonna let him go over the pet tutorial really quick because there's not much to it. Pets are pretty simple to look after. Your cats and dogs will eat out of the same trough that's in your house, so they actually live inside with you. And we can buy pet food from Raoul's, of course. Pets will help us around our farm. They will take animals out during the day and bring them back indoors at night for us, which saves us a lot of time. Dogs will herd cows and sheep, and cats will take care of chickens for us. And if we're able to train the animals, get them to love us and trust us, the amount of animals that they herd will go up. They'll be willing to work harder for us. And we'll be able to train our animals using toys that we can buy at the bazaar. And that's pretty much all there is to it. We can pick them up to give them some affection. We can use the stethoscope on them. But aside from that, all you gotta do is feed them. And that is it. Thank you very much, sir. I will be seeing you next week again because I will probably buy a dog. And then, of course, Wilbur will stop by, followed by Ganon. And then we can finally go and get our Bazaar results. Even though there's not really much point, I just wish that Felix would just mail me my prize. Okay, whew, that's it. Visitors are done. We're done talking to people. Let's go quickly see our Bazaar results just to kind of wrap things up here. So that we can get this video over with. It's been long. Damn. The third place person made $67,000, which means I made more than double the amount that they did. I am just carrying this whole town. Are they even trying? Second place was 83,000, and we are in first with a whopping $175,405. Heck yeah. I kind of feel like not a lot of people talked to us though. So, did we have the happiest customers? Yes, we did. Okay. That actually kind of surprises me. I really don't feel like a lot of people chatted with us, but maybe I just wasn't very good at keeping track. Alright. He's gonna give us another lavender tea can, which is just a free $1,000, which I don't mind at all. We are almost halfway to what I think is our final Bazaar expansion, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, that was a very successful Bazaar. The first week of winter has been a lot of fun. This upcoming week, I will be covering the dog festival on an alternate save state that I have, seeing as how I opted for the cat instead of the dog on this file. But we don't want to miss out on this. I want to be able to show off as many festivals as I can in this first year. And then our Bazaar gets pushed back a day because of Antoinette's birthday. So I have a whole week ahead of me to do what it is I want to do, make some more stuff ready to go for the next Bazaar. So hopefully next week will be as successful as this week was. And that is it. I'm going to wrap up this very long video. Thank you to anybody who is still here watching. I hope that you have enjoyed. and I hope that I will see you next time.